Clyde Baker is a community mental health nurse based in Essex. He needs something large, an estate or an MPV to carry up to 5 adults about in, and lots of furniture at times too. Now he's willing to spend up to around £12,000 on a new car, or perhaps a little bit more for that perfect car. Hi Clyde, nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
So you're looking for something fairly big,
Yes.
fairly substantial,
That's right.
an automatic. I mean, you do a fair amount of miles every year then.
That's right, about 20,000.
20,000. So what else would you look for? An automatic or a manual? Or?
I spend a lot of time in the vehicle. I'm not prepared to compromise on comfort, so I want all the toys. I like, must have cruise control, otherwise I lose my licence.
Yeah.
Air conditioning, electric windows. The more comfort I've got, the better I am at the end of the day.
And an automatic as well, probably?
Oh yes,
definitely.
Yeah. Manuals are right for weekends, but for work I'm around town all day. I need
Well, I think we've lined up
need an
three really
automatic.
good cars, absolutely. First of these is a very classy one. It's a Mercedes E230 Estate. It's a little bit older maybe than you might have thought. I mean, you're looking to spend what, £10,000–12,000?
Round about that
sort of
amount,
thing. Well, this is maybe a little bit more than you were looking for, but you've got that three-pointed badge on the front.
Absolutely.
It's a classy car, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Do you like the looks of it, first of all?
Yeah, I do like the look of this car, and you say it's got the class, and it's got all the spec that I'm looking for.
It has.
Except I might be a little bit concerned about fuel consumption, but then again, it's only a 4-cylinder engine,
It's
so
not
maybe
too
it will
bad. Yeah,
not too
absolutely.
bad possibly.
And you've got the seats in the back as well.
Should you need
you've got
them.
the extra load carrying capacity. If you don't want that, you fold the seats up and
That's
stick two
right.
kids in the back or whatever.
Yeah, or a chest of drawers.
Yeah. Come and have a look at the second car. And the second car is this. It's the Chrysler Voyager. Launched a few years ago, a big seller in America, these things, incredibly popular. And I mean, it's an MPV, it's big. Is this the sort of thing you might consider?
I'd certainly consider it. It is possibly slightly on the large side for what I'm looking for, but certainly not. I wouldn't chuck it out of the wagon. You know, it's certainly worth looking at. Yeah,
It's fully loaded with all the toys on it.
I've always wanted to have a go at one of these anyway.
Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, the only thing that might put you off this is that this is a petrol version.
Right.
So it's a little bit on the thirsty side. But it's pretty good to drive. It's an automatic. It's got aircon, it's got cruise control on it.
It's worth considering.
Worth considering. And of course, you've got the options of all those seats in the back.
Yes.
It's big.
And the room.
And the room. Have a look at the third car. And it's this, Clyde, it's the Renault Espace. I mean, the first MPV really to be launched in this country many years ago. This is one of the second generation cars. Do you like the look of it, first of all?
Oh yes, I remember when they first came in, I sort of saw them and thought, oh yes, I want one of them. I'd actually driven the first generation, but I haven't driven this model yet.
I mean, really radical for the time, wasn't it, when they
Absolutely.
first introduced it?
And so practical.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's a similar sort of size to the Voyager. Maybe not quite as bulky. It doesn't look it, though, does it?
No, it doesn't, and it's got the smaller engine, so it possibly have the fuel economy closer to that what I'm looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got all the toys on it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think the most important thing is to have a drive in it. So
Thanks very much.
Let's go out.
Cheers.
So, Clyde, at the moment you've got a Galaxy, so you're used to an MPV, a people carrier,
Yeah.
and you're used to that sort of high-up driving position. Well, you like that, obviously.
Although it's a smaller vehicle than the Galaxy, it's got very much the same commanding ride height.
It's very comfortable as well, isn't it?
Very, yes. In fact, I think comfort-wise, it's probably got the edge on the Galaxy. These seats are very nice.
Yeah. It's nice and light and airy.
Yes, absolutely. Again, that's another edge it's got on the Galaxy. The Galaxy has very little storage space inside. It's all space and no cupboards.
Now, this one, Clyde, is a 2 litre.
Right.
It's the standard Espace. It's got about 115 brake horsepower. But of course, it's a petrol engine. You'll get better economy if you went for a diesel version of this. But this is actually pretty good. It will average somewhere about 25, 26 to the gallon, which isn't too bad.
That's not too bad at all, and that's more or less what I'm looking for.
Renault are always claiming that the MPV was their idea. But if you talk to Chrysler, they claim it was theirs. Either way, Renault probably did come up with the concept of having everything, the engine, the passengers and their luggage all in one box. And that's the MPV in that style that we know today. So you'd expect Renault to be pretty good at making the things, and actually they are. This, the third generation Espace, can still keep up with the best of them today. It's the last of the Espaces to be made out of plastic panels fitted onto a galvanised steel frame. It'll be replaced very soon with a more traditionally built one. And that means don't pay top dollar. Watch your prices if you're buying one of these, because their values will drop when the new one comes out. And it suffers as well from the usual MPV problem, which is, if you're going to use all 7 seats, Let's hope your passengers have only got small amounts of luggage. The only way around that is to buy the bigger, the Grand Espace, which is a lot bigger on the road and a lot more expensive. Inside, Renault decided to go for very much a home-from-home feel, which explains why everything is carpeted or covered in cloth, including the dashboard. And in fact, with the dash, they've split everything up and spread it out so that it doesn't look like a dash at all to give you that home-from-home feeling. But the result can be a bit confusing and a bit difficult to read until you've got used to it. Good news is there's loads of storage space and cubby holes all over the place to store all your gubbins and keep the place tidy, and you even get individual controls for your air conditioning. Now, I haven't got that at home.
It's been made since '91 and still is today, so there's loads of used examples on the market. Its 2-litre 4-cylinder engine will produce 115 brake horsepower. When it comes time to pay for your annual insurance, not too bad at Group 11.